Okay, this is the first question. Okay, so what's the output of this code? So object O is equal to new object, thread T is equal to new thread, string S is equal to new string, and here I'm trying to compare in the reference of the thread class and the reference of the object class. So here are the options, correct? Huh? So true, false, compile time error as well as the runtime error. So this is the question. Okay. So if you are trying to run this code, see what exactly the output you will get it. Output is false. Why? Because we have created an object for the separate thread class and an object class and the string class. Here, if we are trying to compare the reference, definitely it's not equal. Okay, it's not equal. So that is the reason it is displaying the value as false. So how we can make it as a true? Like, see, if you observe, created the thread class object and here created the object class. So if you are assigning T to O, now if you are doing the comparison, like reference comparison, so here it will say true. If you ignore this one, if you are directly do the reference comparison between the object class reference as well as the thread class reference, so we'll get false. Okay, we'll go for the next question. So this is the next question. Okay, and created the reference for the object class and the object for the integer class, and here we are using instance of operator. So instance of operator which is used to check whether this reference is belongs to the particular class or a interface. This is the standard definition of the instance of operator. So I will repeat once again, instance of operator which will be used for like this is what we called as this is reference followed by instance of operator. This is the followed by the class name or the interface name. We are going to check whether this reference is belongs to the interface or the class. So now here you have created the reference for the object, reference for the object class, then object for the integer class. And here we are checking this reference is belongs to the or this O is the instance of the string. Okay, definitely if you are trying to run this code, it will return false. Like I will give one more explanation. If you consider this code, oh, this is the reference. Definitely it belongs to the number class. That is also fine. Number class is a root class for the integer class also. And O is a definitely this is also instance of the parent class, object class also you can consider. I will share one more screen. Wait, open the diagram. See, just consider this is the hierarchy. If you go for this is an object class, it's a root class for all the classes. If you consider the number class, so this is the integer comes under the number class. So not only the integer you can take for the byte, short, integer, long, float, and double. And this is also boolean comes under the object, and character is also comes under the object class. Here what we are comparing, O is a instance of a integer. That is also fine. O is a instance of operator followed by the number. That is also fine. And that reference is the instance of object. That is also fine. You can consider like this also. You can take the reference instance of operator followed by the integer. That is also fine. And the reference O the instance of operator followed by the number class, that is also fine. O is the reference, then instance of operator followed by the object, this is also fine. But if you consider string, definitely it returns the true. And you should remember this hierarchy: object, number, and this is the classes. So if you understood that hierarchy, just observe. O is a reference, that is instance of the number class, fine. O is a reference instance of the, okay, object, that is also fine. See, it returns true and true. I just repeat once again: instance of operator which is used for, okay, this is the reference. It will check whether the references belongs to the particular class or a interface. So here, if again, if you are trying to compare this reference is belongs to the string or not, so in that case, definitely it returns the false. This is what's the explanation. So this is what third question. So Boolean B is equal to true, switch off B and case 1, case 2, and the default. So in this code, you will get the compile time error. Just observe the compile time error. See, incompatible types. Boolean cannot be converted into the int. So that's the reason you are getting the compile time error. Suppose if I directly put the value of 1, switch followed by the 1, see, then all the cases will be executed. Why? Because we don't have any break statement here.
Break.
Correct. And apart from that, if you place true, see, you will get the compile time error. Okay, then see, this also will get it. Or else, if I take like this string, if I place A, is that works?
Error, sir.
See, incompatible, incompatible. Fine. So this is the question. So you will get the options are like definitely you will get the compile time error. Else instead of this one, if you directly place 1 also it work fine. 2 also it work fine. So next one is, and this is the one. So here I'm assigning the value for the 4 variables. Declaration and initialization perform in the single line. If you're trying to display the value,
Compilation error, sir.
compilation error. Why?
We can't do no, sir. It's a chain. We can't do it.
See guys, just observe this code. If you are performing like this, see what kind of error you are getting. Cannot find the symbol and cannot find the symbol. So instead of that, here I'm declaration initialization perform in the single line for the all the variables. So that is the reason. So compilation fails at line 5 also and line 6 also. So cannot find the symbol as well as they cannot find the symbol. So instead of that, so if you use like this, see, I have declared all the 4 variable initialization performed in the next line. Okay, now if we are trying to run this code, definitely we'll get the value of 10. 10 will be assigned for all 4 variables. We are trying to display the values.
Sir, ಇದೇ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
See, if you want, I just show it to you.
Initialization and declaration.
Wait, I will show it to you. Here also you should remember some rules. If you use a parenthesis like this, then here last value, it,
3.
3 will be assigned, last value will be assigned. So you have to follow some left to right. So here last value will be assigned for it. Then if you are not using any parenthesis in here like this, so here you will get the
1.
compile time error. Okay. So after this, when you declare like this, Santosh, now first it will take the precedence for the assignment first, then one will be assigned for the variable A, then it will print 1. Got it?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here,
Sir, error, sir.
you have answered correctly in exam.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Compilation place at line 10,
See, just observe.
line 7.
True.
Variable declaration is not allowed here. See, cannot find symbol. That is the reason you will get the compile time error. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
instead of this, you can see if you use if followed by true end with semicolon, then D, then this is also work fine. Wait. Here, if followed by end with a semicolon, so it will go for the next line, it will assign the value for the D, then D will be printed.
Yes, sir.
And apart from that, you can use the statement also, you can use it. I'll show you. You can use the statement also. This is also works fine. And if you ignore semicolon also, then if you place a statement, that is also work fine. But instead of the statement, if you declared anything, see, you will get the error. But if you place a
Okay, sir.
statement, if you place a statement, see, it works fine. Or else you can do like this also. See, I have declared, then I'm performing initialization in followed by true. This is also work fine.
Mm,
And here, what about the switch case?
Oracle will be printed, sir.
Correct,
And
sir.
this switch case will
Yes, sir.
print it with no issue here. So
Yes, sir.
definitely it works. See,
Oracle.
10 plus 2, definitely it will execute the case 10 plus 2. This block will be executed.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here, interface, and this is constructor. Class implements the interface, and here I'm providing the implementation for the constructor.
Sir,
So is
next
it
one
good?
ಅದು constructor ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು public wide
Hmm.
Sookshmas. ಅದು constructor ಅಲ್ಲ sir.
But here, Santosh,
ಅದು constructor sir.
is it possible to place a constructor inside the interface?
No sir.
Then where is the error here? See, just observe. You will get the two errors here. Correct. So instead
sir.
of this, like
Wide.
if I place void,
Yes, sir. Report work ಆಗುತ್ತೆ sir.
see, it's print Java.
Yes, sir.
If I remove this, then you will get the error.
Fine, sir.
Here, guys,
ಸರಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ಯಾವ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ.
hmm?
ಸರಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ಯಾವ ಸರ್. ಆ
Okay,
ಸ್ಪೇಸ್
see what exactly here mistake. See, we are placing a statement, right? We are placing the statement in between and try and catch. Correct. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is what basically error. So that is the reason these type of error you are getting. So rule is try followed by at least catch block, try followed by at least finally block, try followed by catch and finally. That is also fine. But if you are place any statement in between try and catch, if you ignore this one, definitely it works fine. If you ignore that statement, it works fine, guys. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
For this one, a number divided by 0, here we have a two catch blocks. One is exception, another one is arithmetic exception class.
Sir, both belong to same class, Allah, sir. Exception and arithmetic exception.
This is the parent, this is the child, you can say. This is the parent,
Yes, sir.
and this is the child. So here what will happen is this. So you will get the compile time error. Just observe what kind of error you are getting. Exception, arithmetic exception has already been caught.
Yes, sir.
So
Exception.
that's the reason you are getting the compile time error here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what exactly option? Don't consider this compile time fails and all. Just you will get the compile time error according to the option what I provided here. So these are all the options I have provided. Correct? Huh? So
Yes, sir.
divided by 0 in the first catch block, divided by 0 in the second catch block, and compile time error, none of the above. So what is the answer is? Answer is compile time error. This is the answer. So if you want to
Yes, sir.
overcome this difficulty, first you have to place this catch block after the try block, then followed by exception. Then that work fine. Okay, this is the question present in the here also. Same concept is there in the 10th question. I will give an explanation now properly. So here what I mentioned here, compilation fails at line 5, compilation fails at line 9, compilation fails at line 13. Here exact answer is compilation fails at line
Line
13.
13.
Same question. What
Yes,
I
sir.
split it here is very simple. First question I asked about whether you will get the compile time error or whether you will get an output. And the next question I'm asking like, so which line you are getting the compile time error? So answer is so here in this line. If you want to overcome this difficulty, so very simple. First we have to place arithmetic, then followed by the exception. See, divided by 0, and this black is executing. Arithmetic exception block is executing.
ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು
So why? Because I just said you the rule is there. First, most specific to most general. You have to specify. Most specific mean arithmetic exception.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
Exception is general. So if you ignore this also, if you comment this also, it works fine. No issue. See. Why it's a parent class, correct na? It works.
Yes, sir.
It accepts all the exceptions. See. So if I
ಯಾವುದು?
place, if any exception it will catch.
Okay, sir.
So if I place here, working.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ 4 ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, 4 ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 5th ಲೈನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
Wait. If we consider like this, now I will place this exception here. See now?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
So that's the reason you have to place most specific first,
Specific, yes,
arithmetic
sir.
exception first, and most general is the next.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್.
And if you don't want to place this one, no issue, you can place only one catch block, sufficient.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
But if
Parent
you are
class.
placing like this, definitely most specific first, followed by the most general.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
First specific exception, followed by the try block, then followed by general catch block. This is the rule in the exception. Try followed by most specific to most general, or else you can specify most general only. Don't add this one specific.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
Now clear? Any doubts?
ಎಸ್
No?
ಸರ್.
So this is what this C, correct? Int main int d is equal to 129, pointer, character to pointer, and what exactly the answer here?
ಆನ್ಸರ್ -127, ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಸರ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
That's it. See, this is what you should concentrate first. The range of character is -128 to 127 positive. Okay,
Okay,
minus
sir.
128 to 127. If I exceed the limit, positive limit, 128, it will go here, correct? Huh? After 127, definitely it will reach to the maximum and minimum range of value here. After
Yes, sir.
127, 128 means definitely it will comes here, minus 128. 129 means minus 127.
ಫೈನ್ ಸರ್.
From here, it
30.
will, yes, it will come back to this. It never go for the 128 positive. This is maximum minimum range of values.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. 130 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 126 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I will
Yes, sir.
show you. I will show you the output screen first. See.
ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್?
Yes, yes, maximum and minimum range of this is what you should remember, only this character
Okay, sir.
range. You should remember this one. So the next question is this one, correct? What do you guys you answered? This is very simple. This is value, address,
Yes, sir.
value, address,
Address,
value.
value.
What's the value here? Small space is
sir.
there, na?
Yes, sir.
So definitely you don't display anything, but definitely it will consider the space.
Yes, sir.
ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
See, just see, observe. Space is there, na?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
See, no space. Now space is there.
ಸ್ಪೇಸ್.
See, if you are trying to run this code, see, space is displaying. So instead of, wait, I just remove the space and I will show it to you.
ಸಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
See, if I remove space, this is definitely value, address, value, address, value. If I run this code, C will be displayed on the screen.
Yes, sir. ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಸಿ ಬದಲಿ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಎಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
I will show it to you. I will take a separate class and I will give an explanation for this.
Yes, sir.
And here option I have written compile time error. Why compile time error?
The register is not a keyword, right? We don't know.
So compile time error we are getting. Why? We are unable to fetch the address of the register, right?
Yes, sir.
In storage class you will get this point. We are unable to retrieve the address of the register.
Registers. Yes,
In
sir.
this case you will get the compile time error.
Okay, sir.
So here what do you guys are answered for this? 5 or 25?
5.
5. So here
Yep.
what will happen? So here you will get the value of 1. This is the point you should be remember. Difference between any two variables of the same type are always 1 in the case of the pointer implementation. I will comment this. See, I will share you the screen. Visible output screen.
Yes, sir.
See now, one it's printing. See, if you are not considered the pointer implementation, we go through ordinary variable implementation. See, if you implement it like this also doesn't matter. I took just a variable t minus k. See, if you are execute this one, definitely we'll get the value of 5.
25.
Sensor. Why 5 here? Don't know.
No, sir.
Just see, just observe the code. Address of D assigned for the P and address of K assigned for Q. Then you are
Oh, yes, sir.
explicitly
Yes, sir. Yes,
assigning.
sir.
You are explicitly assigning 10 for the P, then again 5 for the Q. Definitely these
Okay,
values
sir.
will be replaced by 10 and 5. Then
Yes, sir.
definitely D value is 10. 10 minus 5
10,
is 5. Or else if you ignore this one,
25.
yeah, definitely 25.
Yes, sir.
Now this is the last question. So you can answer for this. What you will get it?
Ten and 10.
10 and 10.
So address. No.
Before that, you have to read this carefully first. Int A10 star PTR, then Peter holds the address of A. Before getting to this, we are just printing the PTR as well as the address of A. So what will be the output now?
Address, sir.
Address will print itself.
First, you remember this one. I just write it
Is that
here
sir?
also. The screen is visible for you, correct? Then I
Yes.
will write 48, the address, then followed by 48. Last number I will take 48. And for this, what 44, 48. Then next 10 followed by this 10 followed by 48. Then what is the last line? 48, 48. Now we got an output. Now we can slowly analyze it. This is 48 and 44. This is the address of the respective variables. Address. Am I getting the point? Address.
Yes, sir.
So now first we are printing, right? PTR. And address of A is 48. Just observe. Address of A
Yes,
is
sir.
48. Now we are explicitly assigning PTR is equal to, we are assigning address of A. Definitely PTR is 48.
48.
Then definitely address of A 48. Then we are only considered this is the address. Okay, this address of this. Okay, in this address you have a holds the value of 48. So here it will be present in the 44. This having address is 44. In that 44, you have one more value is nothing but 48. Why? Because you are assigned.
Yes, sir.
Now PTR is also pointing to the 48 address. Are you getting the point? Pointer is pointing to the address of A.
Okay, sir.
If we go for next year,
48.
ampersand of A, definitely 48. Then anyhow, this PTR is pointing to the address of A. Address of A is nothing but the 48 here.
48.
Pointer is pointing to the address of A. In that, here you need to fetch a value. If you want to fetch the value,
10.
definitely 10. And here star PTR definitely 10. So in that ampersand, definitely it's 48.
Yes, sir.
So in this way, you have to analyze. You have to write a diagram and you have to analyze properly. So here you will get it is only address and address. This is what the explanation. Only address, address, it will be displayed on the screen. In this question, you have to remember is first object, under the object class, thread class is also there, and string class is also there. Instance of operator, which is used to check whether the reference is belongs to the particular class or an interface. And definitely object is a root. Under the object, definitely a number will come. Under the number, integer will come. Correct?
Yes, sir.